Vietnam is a land of unforgettable places, and today we count them down. These are the 10 best places to visit in 2026. From natural wonders to buzzing cities, every stop on this list has earned its spot. So, sit back, relax, and let the journey begin. We travel from quiet, hidden corners to the most famous sights of all. Consider this your calm, unhurried tour of Vietnam. Be sure to save this video for your trip planning, and stay to the end for our #1 pick. Let us begin the countdown at number 10. Starting our list at number 10 is the Mekong Delta, a maze of rivers, canals, and floating markets in Vietnam's fertile southern tip. The Khai Rang Floating Market, one of the largest in the region, comes alive before dawn as boats stacked with fruit and vegetables trade directly on the water. Boat tour through the Delta's narrow canals reveals a slower rhythm of daily life, past coconut candy workshops and rice paper factories. The Delta produces a huge share of Vietnam's rice, and endless green paddies stretch to the horizon along nearly every waterway. Homestays along the river let travelers experience Delta life firsthand, sleeping in stilted houses surrounded by fruit orchards. Cycling narrow paths between canals offers one of the most peaceful ways to explore, with almost no traffic beyond the occasional motorbike. Because the Delta sits just a few hours from Ho Chi Minh City, it works well as either a day trip or a slower multi-day detour. Fresh tropical fruit, from dragon fruit to rambutan, grows abundantly throughout the region and is sold straight from riverside stalls. For travelers wanting a completely different water-based side of Vietnam, the Mekong Delta delivers a memorable change of pace. Local guides often steer visitors away from the busiest tourist boats towards smaller, family-run tours that reach quieter stretches of the Delta. Rice paper and coconut candy workshops along the canals let travelers watch and often try their hand at traditional Delta crafts. Floating houses and fish farms along the river offer a glimpse of an aquaculture-based livelihood unique to the Delta region. A sunrise start is essential for the best floating market experience, since most vendors pack up and head home by mid-morning. Number 9 is Da Nang, a fast-growing coastal city that blends wide, sandy beaches with easy access to some of central Vietnam's biggest attractions. My Key Beach, ranked among Asia's most beautiful beaches, stretches for miles along the city's eastern edge with soft sand and warm water. The Golden Bridge at Ba Na Hills, held aloft by giant stone hands, has become one of Vietnam's most photographed modern landmarks. The Marble Mountains, a cluster of limestone peaks riddled with caves and pagodas, offer sweeping coastal views after a short climb. Da Nang's Dragon Bridge breathes real fire and water on weekend evenings, drawing crowds to the riverfront for the show. Because Da Nang sits almost exactly between Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City, it makes an efficient midpoint stop on a full country itinerary. The city's growing digital nomad and expat community has built a genuine cafe culture along the riverside and beachfront areas. Fresh seafood, grilled right on the beach, is a Da Nang specialty best enjoyed at sunset with the South China Sea as a backdrop. For travelers wanting beach time paired with easy access to Hoi An and Hue, Da Nang remains central Vietnam's most convenient base. The Han River's night markets and riverside promenade fill with locals and travelers alike once the day's heat finally breaks. Because Da Nang's airport handles a growing number of direct international routes, it has become an increasingly popular alternative entry point into Vietnam. An Thuong, a beachside neighborhood packed with cafes and international restaurants, has become a favorite base for longer-stay visitors. Marble carving workshops near the Marble Mountains let visitors watch artisans turn raw stone into intricate sculptures by hand. At number 8, Hue, Vietnam's former imperial capital, preserves centuries of royal history within a moated citadel on the Perfume River. The imperial city, modeled after Beijing's Forbidden City, once housed the Nguyen dynasty's emperors behind thick stone walls and ornate gates. Royal tombs scattered along the riverbanks outside the city blend traditional Vietnamese architecture with elaborate landscaped gardens. A boat cruise along the Perfume River at sunset passes incense-making villages and the iconic Tien Mu Pagoda rising above the water. Hugh's royal court cuisine, once reserved for emperors, has evolved into some of the most refined, delicately presented food in the country. Because Hue sits roughly an hour from Da Nang, it pairs naturally with a central Vietnam route that also includes Hoi An. The city's slower, more contemplative pace offers a deliberate contrast to the energy of Hanoi or Ho Chi Minh City. Conical hat and incense-making villages just outside the city offer a hands-on look at traditional crafts still practiced today. For history-minded travelers seeking Vietnam's royal past, Hue delivers a depth found nowhere else in the country. Evening cultural performances near the Citadel recreate traditional royal court music once reserved exclusively for the emperor's court. The tomb of Khai Din, blending Vietnamese and European architectural styles, stands out as the most elaborately decorated of the royal tombs. Because Hue's citadel sustained damage during the war, ongoing restoration work has slowly returned many of its most important structures to their former state. The Tien Mu Pagoda's 7-story tower, visible from far along the river, remains one of the most recognizable symbols of the city. Number 7 is Phu Quoc, Vietnam's largest island, which has transformed in recent years into the country's premier beach and resort destination. Sao Beach and Long Beach both offer soft white sand and clear turquoise water, rivaling anywhere else in Southeast Asia. The Hantom cable car, one of the longest overwater cable cars in the world, glides above the sea to a small offshore island amusement park. Night markets in Duong Dong Town serve fresh grilled seafood alongside souvenirs and local crafts every evening. Diving and snorkeling around Phu Quoc's southern islands reveal coral reefs and marine life among the clearest water in the country. Because Phu Quoc has its own international airport with direct flights, it's one of the easiest island escapes to reach in all of Vietnam. Pepper farms scattered across the island produce some of the world's most prized peppercorns, with several offering tours and tastings. Phu Quoc's national park protects nearly half the island's interior, offering hiking trails through genuine jungle just minutes from the beach. For travelers wanting Vietnam's best beach experience without leaving the country, Phu Quoc remains the clear top choice. Sunset sailing trips around the island's western coast are considered some of the most reliably beautiful in the entire country. Fish sauce production, a centuries-old Phu Quoc tradition, can be toured at working factories near Duong Dong Town. Vin Pearl Safari, one of the largest open-range zoos in Vietnam, gives families an easy full-day activity away from the beach. Sunset Senado Beach Club and similar spots along the coast have turned Golden Hour into a genuine social event for visitors. At number 6, Sapa, a mountain town near the Chinese border, delivers some of Vietnam's most dramatic scenery through terraced rice fields carved into steep hillsides. Phan Xipang, the tallest peak in Indochina, towers above the town and is now reachable by a scenic cable car in addition to multi-day treks. Trekking through villages of the Hmong and Dao ethnic minorities offers a genuine glimpse into traditions that have persisted for generations. The rice terraces turn brilliant green in early summer and golden in September. Two dramatically different but equally photogenic seasons. Sapa's Sunday market in nearby Bac Ha draws hill tribe communities from across the region to trade textiles, livestock, and produce. Because Sapa sits at a higher elevation than most of Vietnam, temperatures stay noticeably cooler, especially during the winter months. Homestays in traditional stilted houses let trekkers experience village life firsthand, often including a home-cooked meal with a local family. An overnight train or bus from Hanoi is the classic way to reach Sapa, arriving early enough to start trekking the same morning. For travelers chasing Vietnam's most spectacular mountain scenery, Sapa remains the country's essential trekking destination. Silver Waterfall and Love Waterfall, both easy stops along the road toward Phan Xipang, offer scenic breaks during a day of driving or trekking. Multi-day treks, staying overnight in different villages, let travelers experience Sapa's changing landscapes at a genuinely unhurried pace. Local markets throughout the week rotate between nearby villages, each with its own specialty textiles and produce worth seeking out. Because cloud cover can obscure mountain views without warning, building a couple of extra days into a Sapa visit improves the odds of clear scenery. Number 5 is Ninh Binh, often called Halong Bay on land, where limestone karsts rise dramatically from flooded rice paddies and winding rivers. Trang An's boat tours glide through caves carved directly into the limestone, passing temples and pagodas tucked into the cliffs. Tam Coc offers a similar sampan boat experience through 3 natural cave tunnels, often paddled by local rowers using their feet. Hoa Lu, Vietnam's ancient 10th century capital, preserves temples dedicated to the dynasty that first unified the country. Climbing the 600 steps of Hang Mua viewpoint rewards visitors with a sweeping panorama over the entire karst landscape below. Because Ninh Binh sits just 2 hours from Hanoi, it works perfectly as a day trip or an easy overnight escape from the capital. Cycling through the rice paddies between karst formations offers one of the most peaceful, scenic rides anywhere in the country. Baiding Pagoda, one of the largest Buddhist complexes in Southeast Asia, sits just outside town and rewards a half-day detour. For travelers wanting Halong Bay's scenery without the boat crowds, Ninh Binh delivers an equally stunning, quieter alternative. Mua Cave's viewpoint, though a steep climb, has become one of the most shared photo spots in all of Vietnam for good reason. Cycling routes here wind past water buffalo grazing in flooded fields, a quintessential image of rural northern Vietnam. Bird watching at Van Long Nature Reserve, home to rare langur monkeys, offers a quieter, wildlife-focused alternative to the busier boat routes. Renting a bicycle directly from a homestay is often cheaper and more flexible than booking through a formal tour operator. At number 4, Halong Bay's thousands of limestone islands rising from emerald water rank among the most photographed natural landscapes on Earth. Overnight cruises let travelers sleep among the karsts, waking to misty sunrise views found nowhere else in the world. Kayaking through hidden lagoons and sea caves reveals corners of the bay that larger tour boats simply cannot reach. Cat Ba Island, the bay's largest, offers a quieter, more affordable base than the mainland tourist hubs for exploring the area. Floating fishing villages, where entire communities live on the water, offer a glimpse of a lifestyle shaped entirely by the bay. Because Halong Bay sits just a few hours from Hanoi, it's easily paired with a capital city visit on almost any Vietnam itinerary. Lan Ha Bay, a quieter neighbor to the main Halong Bay, has become a favorite for travelers wanting the same scenery with fewer crowds. Cave systems throughout the bay, including Sung Sat Cave, reveal massive limestone chambers carved out over millions of years. For travelers chasing Vietnam's single most iconic natural landscape, Halong Bay remains the image most people picture first. Tai Top Island, with a short but steep climb to a panoramic viewpoint, rewards visitors with one of the bay's best overall vantage points. Because weather and visibility shift seasonally, checking forecasts before booking a cruise helps avoid the bay's occasional foggy, low-visibility days. Because the bay covers a vast area, choosing a cruise itinerary that matches your interests, whether kayaking, caving, or simple relaxation, matters more than the boat itself. Photographers often rate early morning departures as the single best way to catch the bay's karsts wrapped in soft, drifting mist. Number 3. Hoi An's ancient town, lit nightly with colorful paper lanterns along the river, remains one of Southeast Asia's most beautifully preserved trading ports. The Japanese covered bridge, a small but iconic 17th century structure, has become the unofficial symbol of the entire old town. Custom tailoring is a Hoi An specialty, with shops able to produce a made-to-measure suit or dress in as little as 24 hours. The Full Moon Lantern Festival, held monthly, dims the town's electric lights in favor of thousands of glowing paper lanterns along the river. And Bang Beach, a short ride from the old town, offers a relaxed stretch of sand to balance out days spent exploring the historic center. Cooking classes here often start with a market tour, teaching travelers to prepare Hoi An specialties like Kao Lao noodles from scratch. Because the old town is compact and largely pedestrian, Hoi An rewards slow, unhurried wandering more than almost anywhere else in Vietnam. Bicycle rides through the surrounding rice paddies and fishing villages reveal a quieter, more rural side of the area. For travelers seeking Vietnam's most charming photogenic town, Hoi An consistently tops nearly every list. Basket boat rides through the coconut palm forests outside town offer a playful, uniquely local experience found almost nowhere else. Because Hoi An's old town closes to motorized traffic in the evenings, the lantern-lit streets feel remarkably peaceful after dark. Silk lantern-making workshops let visitors craft their own take-home souvenir under the guidance of local artisans. Because the old town floods occasionally during typhoon season, checking forecasts before an October or November visit is worth the extra step. At number 2, Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam's largest and most energetic city, moves at a pace unlike anywhere else in the country. The Cu Chi tunnels, a short drive outside the city, offer a sobering, hands-on look at the underground network used during the Vietnam War. The Reunification Palace and War Remnants Museum together provide essential context for understanding the country's modern history. Ben Thanh Market's covered stalls sell everything from fresh produce to souvenirs, remaining the city's most iconic shopping destination. Rooftop bars scattered across the skyline offer sweeping views over the city's endless sea of motorbikes after dark. The city's French colonial architecture, including the Notre Dame Cathedral and Central Post Office, adds unexpected European flair downtown. Street food here rivals anywhere in the country, from banh mi carts to bustling night market stalls serving until the early hours. Because Ho Chi Minh City anchors the south, it works as either a starting point or final stop on a full north-to-south itinerary. For travelers wanting Vietnam's most modern, fast-paced city experience, Ho Chi Minh City delivers energy unmatched anywhere else in the country. The Bitexco Financial Tower's Saigon Sky Deck offers a striking 360-degree view over the city's rapidly growing skyline. District 1's mix of colonial landmarks, modern malls, and street food stalls captures the city's constant collision of old and new. Cholon, the city's historic Chinatown district, offers ornate temples and traditional medicine shops distinct from the rest of downtown. Coffee culture here runs deep, with hidden rooftop cafes tucked into old apartment buildings turned into some of the city's most atmospheric spots. And the number one place to visit in Vietnam is Hanoi, a capital where ancient temples sit minutes from some of the best street food on the planet. The old quarter's maze of narrow streets, each once dedicated to a single trade guild, remains the beating heart of the city's daily life. Hoan Kiem Lake, ringed by walking paths and a small red bridge to a temple island, anchors the city center in genuine, everyday calm. Egg coffee, a Hanoi invention blending whipped egg yolk with strong coffee, has become a bucket list drink found nowhere else in the world. The Temple of Literature, Vietnam's first national university, preserves centuries of Confucian scholarship within peaceful courtyard gardens. Water puppet shows, a uniquely Vietnamese art form performed on a pool of water, offer a genuinely unusual evening of traditional entertainment. Because Hanoi sits close to both Halong Bay and Sapa, it functions as the natural gateway to northern Vietnam's biggest highlights. Bun cha, grilled pork served with rice noodles and a tangy dipping broth, remains the city's signature dish best eaten at a plastic stool street stall. Whether it's a first stop before the coast or a city break on its own, Hanoi's blend of history, chaos, and cuisine makes it Vietnam's essential number one. Train Street, where a working railway line runs literally feet from cafe tables, has become one of the city's most surreal photo stops. West Lake, the city's largest, offers a quieter, more residential pace with pagodas and cafes ringing its long shoreline. Because Hanoi blends French colonial charm with distinctly Vietnamese energy, the city rewards slow wandering as much as any specific checklist of sites. Cooking classes across the city teach dishes like bun cha and spring rolls directly from local chefs, often paired with an early morning market visit. So there you have it, the 10 best places to visit in Vietnam for 2026. Every single one is worth adding to your list. Now we would love to know, which of these would you visit first? Let us know all about it down in the comments below. If this journey inspired you, please like and subscribe for more relaxing travel guides. It truly helps our small channel grow. Thank you so much for watching, and aloha from Kahana Designs. Until next time, safe travels and sweet dreams.